esoteric things I don't really know, but in his imagination, Desert 12 is the name of the planet Earth in the future. So in like 1,000 years, in his imagination, Desert 12 will be the name of the Earth. And we were explained in some music, in some of our songs, that the name of the planet will be Desert 12. So that's basically it. It's the name of the planet Earth in the future.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
How was your band formed? Did you all meet during formation or before?
So the band was formed in 2021, right after the pandemic. During the pandemic, they were building the project. They were writing the songs because I joined later in January 2022. And we kind of knew each other because we are all from the same area. We're from the same city, and there's not so many people playing this kind of music, so we all know each other in some ways. And Alex, the other guitar player, he's a friend of mine for such a long time from high school. So it was very, very fun because he called me I don't remember, like it was December, and he said, "Look, we have this project going on. We're looking for someone to do vocals. Would you be interested? Give it a listen." And I I listened to the song, and I was pretty surprised because they were good in some. I mean, there were demo tracks, so very different from the album that came out, the final product. But I could really connect with the song, and it was actually pretty challenging because it was my first time doing lead vocals. Because I always played the bass in the past in other bands. I was a bass player. I did backup vocals for my bands, for my projects, but I never had the chance to be lead singer in bands. So that was the really hard part, was to try to express myself as a singer 100% and not as a backup vocalist. But that was also very fun because when I went to the audition, because they had other girls trying to, rehearse the song and see which voice was the right one. When I went to the audition, I tried one song, I rehearsed one song with the band, and after that, Gabi, the guitar player, straightforward, he said, "It's her. We want her." And I was very happy. It was pretty satisfying, and I was also surprised, but it was very fun. I'm very happy.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
how did how did you decide what musical genre do you wanted to play?
So I think we didn't decide it. It came up very naturally because this concept of the desert, of this landscape that Gabi had in his mind, it brought us to this type of music. So we had, you know, we love the big old bands from the past, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Iron Maiden, and all of the kind, because it's history, it's part of us. And but we also liked stoner rock, heavy metal, but it's um, let's say something more with these desert vibes. And uh, let's say that we don't do a pretty specific genre. We define us as psychedelic hard rock, but it's very bigger than just psychedelic hard rock. We steal from other genres. We steal from hard rock. We steal from stoner. We steal from the 70s, from the big old bands. So I think that from the concept of the name of this landscape that we had in mind brought us to this type of genre. That's it.
At what age did you start in music?
At what age did I start music? Started pretty early, because my parents are into music. They're not musicians, but they play instruments. My father, he's a jazz player. He plays the saxophone, and my mom, he used to be in choir singing. So I started very early. I was 4 years old, and I was playing the violin. I was a little cute kid with a violin, but uh, so, yeah. And my father, he really cared about our me and my brother. Like, he really cared about our musical studies. So he was very supportive, and he brought us to all the lessons that we need. And he taught us some things. And I started with the violin, but then we played a lot of instruments in during when I was little, because I couldn't figure out which one I wanted. So I started playing the flute, and then the piano and a lot of things. And but when I was around 12, I picked up the bass, and that was my main instrument for a long time. And after, just when I started in Desert 12, with Desert 12, I began my very my vocal, my I would how can I say it? My journey as a singer. Because, as I said, in the past I always played the bass, and nothing else. But yeah, there was. I mean, I've always sung, but it was not my main focus. I it was hiding in the back. My vocals were hiding in the back, me as a singer, and now I can express myself 100%. And also, the other thing is that singing is a new thing, and is something that I'm doing from when I started with Desert 12. So all the study that's behind it, and also the fact of being the front woman, it's pretty new to me. So there are some good things about it, because I have the experience of being a musician, because I play the bass, but I don't have that much experience of singing. It's like, I don't know.
Which one do you prefer?
Now I would say I prefer singing, because when I play the bass, I mean, now I prefer singing. In the past, I would say I preferred playing the bass. But now I think singing is my thing. So I'm not giving up on singing.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
What word would you use to define your band?
What word?
Yes.
So that one is difficult, because I have a lot of things in mind, and one word, it's complicated. I would say, I don't know. I think psychedelic is the thing that came up in my mind, comes up in my mind rapidly, because it's something that we express in music, in our music, a lot. So I would say psychedelic, but there are like 100 words I could say, because it's our band is chaotic. It's also it's dreamy in some songs. It's ethereal in some parts. But yeah, I would say psychedelic. Let's go for it. Psychedelic. That's
Who would you say are your biggest references in music?
references. Um, okay, so as I said, big old bands like Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, and Led Zeppelin, and all these big monsters of music are very important for us. We get our inspiration from those bands, but as in we also search for new sounds in modern music. So I would say some other bands references that we have are Orange Goblin, Caius, so this stoner bands that are kind of contemporary. But yeah, it's the fun thing is it's always a research of the sound. It's not we are not how can I say I think we have to do a lot of research for the sound, and it's not like okay, I want to play heavy metal, I'm gonna play this type of music in this way. We like to explore. We like to try to do new stuff, and so our for personally singing wise, one of my references is unexpected is Christina Aguilera. I like Christina Aguilera. I don't try to be like her because it's not gonna fit in the band, but some type of the way she expressed herself, I try to take and steal a little bit from there, and then I love heavy metal, scream music. I cannot do that, but I try to deliver the vocals like that. So it's um it's all about researching and not be just I want to do heavy metal, I'm gonna do heavy metal and just like that, and I want to do it like it was the 1960s. It's not gonna work. So yeah, we're always researching for and our references are very strange, and we also steal from different genres, as I said.
What differences have you been finding while composing your latest album, The Dark Wood, with respect to the first one, Desert Sweat?
Okay, so with the last Dark Wood, uh, there are some differences because with this new album, we wanted to be more heavy in the sound, in the guitar riffs, in the drum parts, and so I remember the big concept comes from Gabi because he went to this place on holiday with his wife, and in this park in the south of Italy, because we're Italian. So he went to this park in the south of Italy, and mm, he was in this park, which was pretty weird because this park has some statues in it, and all these statues represent some myth, some legends from the past, from Italian culture or Northern culture and stuff like that. And the big difference from the last album is that in this album, the characters are speaking. So in all if you see the track list, you can see the dragon, and the song is about the dragon, the echidna. The echidna is speaking, is the one. The song is built on a character. In the previous album, it was different. It was all about a bigger concept. So it was different in a way of writing. Because, for example, in the last Artwood, Echidna is one of the songs that I like the most because the song is called Echidna, and Echidna is the one speaking, is the one telling the story. And so yeah, this is what was the big difference in sound. I would say that we experimented a little bit more with heavier stuff, heavier riffs, heavier drum parts, and also different way of singing for me. Because the first album, as I said, I was just starting singing as lead, so it took me a more time to, put myself and really understand the music. So I think you can hear the difference. In the second album, I was more confident in singing. So yeah, and also exploring with the second album was a way for us to express ourselves in different way, in a different way. So I think it was very cool journey. Despite we had some cracks because we changed our drummer during the writing process of this album, and for we couldn't write for a couple of months, and that thing slowed a little bit the process because when you don't have a drummer you cannot rehearse. It's pretty difficult to come up with ideas for the drum part if you don't have a drummer. but but yeah, it was very fun, and I also had the experience to write two songs, because all the songs are written by Gabriele, but uh, me and Alex, we wrote The Moon and 11 Magic Kisses, which are two tracks of the new album. So we also had this opportunity to write a song from the beginning to the end and to put it in the album, and we were very, very happy.
Are we going to be able to enjoy new music?
New music.
Yes.
We just came out with this album. It's gonna take a little bit of time because we have to figure out what to do. We have some project going on. Where for now we're just playing live shows. We don't play that much live shows. We wish we could, but it's not easy for bands, independent bands, to play a lot of gigs. It's in Italy, of course, because the north part of Italy, Milan, and all these big places, we can do some gigs, but then to go, it's the difficult part is to go outside of Italy and to go to Europe. But then, uh, sorry, we were talking about the new music, okay?
New music, yes.
The, for now, we're focusing on playing live and trying to do the best show we could do. But I think in 2026 we will be, maybe some new album, maybe some singles coming on. We are working on it. We're working on it.
And
For now,
any
we still have we still have things to do now.
and any new music video?
New videos. We are okay. We are planning to do two music videos for sure. I can spoiler it because, yeah, why not? We are actually recording. We are about to record the video of 11 Magic Kisses, which is one of the songs that we wrote, and it's gonna be fun because it's a pretty long song, so we have to be smart to do a good video. Let's hope it goes well, and then for sure there's gonna be a video about on the song "The Last Dark Wood," because it's the title track. So we're gonna do a very big video for that.
And who writes the song?
Sorry,
Who writes the song? The
who
lyrics
writes
of the song.
the songs? Okay, the main the concept for now, because maybe it can change in the future. But for now, Gabriele was the one that has always been the one bringing us the ideas, the big concept, and then he writes the lyrics, but he doesn't know English, so he writes in Italian. It's very difficult because he writes all the lyrics in Italian, and then he passes all the lyrics to me, and I have to translate them all. And it's difficult because Italian, as Spanish, as other, European languages, we have a lot of vocabulary. It's very poetic, and English as it does not have that much vocabulary as Italian. So it's difficult to be poetic in English as respect to Italian. So all the time is always, I'm translating these lyrics, but I'm using the same words because in Italian we have 5 different ways to say one word, and I cannot figure out in English how to do that. But yes, he writes the lyrics in Italian. I adapt in English, and then from the musical part, the guys does all the job. So we try to write together. Maybe the big idea comes from Gabriele, but then Alex works on it. I work on the vocals. Luca works on the drums, and so everything is settled. We try to do it together as much as possible, even if it's not easy because we all have our day job. Music is not our job. It's not we're not professional, so we have to organize a day to a date, a time to be in the same room to dedicate 2 hours on writing and composing. But yeah, I think the big ideas comes from Gabriele, but then we write all together. That's it.
And do you have any rituals before going on stage?
Rituals. Yeah, we have we have one. It's as I said before, Gabriele is really into astrology, esoteric things, and he does this ritual with some. It's a liquid that he calls. I don't remember the name, but it's something coming from India that he picked up when he was in India. And actually, we do this ritual. I don't remember the name of it. I should have asked. But yeah, we do this ritual with this. We put this liquid on our hand, forming a triangle. Stay with me. This is difficult. In triangle, and then we put our hands like that, and we pass. Let's say we try to transfer this liquid on our head, on our shoulders, on our lungs. And breathe and breathe. It's not drugs. It's just I think it's
Which one?
perfume coming from India. I swear, it's not drugs. And he has this speech saying it every time that I cannot translate it in English because it's complicated. But yeah, it basically says that um, it's like a prayer that we say before the shows, and then we hug each other and we go on stage, and that's it. But this thing, I noticed that since we do when we do this kind of ritual, the shows goes very well. So I said, okay, let's do this all the time. I don't know what's in that liquid that he brings all the time. I don't know, but it worked. So
That's really interesting. It's like witches.
that's really just it's magical. I feel like a fairy, a witch with this triangle on my hands.
Any artist you would love to collaborate with in the future?
To collaborate, huh? That's difficult because okay, as a singer, um, as a band, it's difficult because uh, we we would like to collaborate maybe with other underground artists and maybe build something and a underground scene from Italy, from France, from Spain all together, and it would be cool to do something like that and collaborate in a meaning that we build a community. And but as an artist, uh, I don't know. I don't know, maybe like one of my favorite singer at the moment in a hard rock, it's Dorothy Martin. I don't know if you know her. She's amazing.
Yes, I know.
I would really love to collaborate from her. I also steal a lot of her. I like her way of singing, her outfits, her makeup. She's just amazing. It's like my favorite. It's an icon for me. And I think she's one of the artists that I would like to collaborate the most. She's amazing. I love her.
Someday, everything can happen. Do you have any new tour dates?
I'm sorry.
Any new tour dates?
New tour.
Yes.
In tour. Okay, now we're touring here in Italy. let's say we played a bunch of shows in during the winter time. Now in spring we have some concerts here close to our area, let's say. Um, but yeah, we're playing the 17th March here in Pordenone. We're playing on in June, in a in a big festival. Let's say big, but it's not that big. It's big for us in our hometown. But we don't have some gigs outside of Italy, as I said. It's such a pity because we would really like to play in France, in Spain, in England maybe. But yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it.
Time to time. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I don't know. That's tricky because when I read it, I say, "Oh my God, I have to say something for this." I don't know. Let's say, let's see. I think The Crow is one of my favorite movie. Does it count? It's a good one. No, I mean, I'm really into this gothic aesthetic. So when I saw The Crow for the first time, I was like, "Whoa, what's that? I like this. This is gonna be my new personality." No, I mean it's a very fun movie. It's amazing. Brandon Lee did such a good job on doing Eric Draven. I knew the comic before, so seeing it on the movie was like, wow, amazing. And so yeah, that's it. I think The Crow.
And
It's
not the second one.
not the second one exactly. We stay true for one true Crow, which is Brandon Lee, and the first movie. The other thing, I never watched the second, the third, the fourth. Never. I'm not gonna
I
watch
watched
them.
it,
You
but it's
you watch them?
horrible. It's horrible.
Horrible. Oh my God. There and the new one. The new one that came out, I think last year or
That,
a couple of years
that
ago.
one is
Ah,
horrible.
you were talking about that one. I didn't watch it. I did not.
Don't
I
do
feared. Okay, I'm not gonna do that.
it's horrible.
Oh my God.
I was crying the whole movie.
Oh my God.
Is there anything that you would like to say to your friends?
To our fans, um, I mean, thank you for if someone is gonna watch this, thank you for staying with us. Thank you, Lizzie. And I mean, no, thanks for broadcasting our music, for listening to it, sharing it. It's very important for us because, yeah, as I told you, we're independent. We're a band. We're trying to, say something. We're trying to build something here in this genre. We are very pleased to receive reviews from papers from all over Europe. That's amazing. Sometimes when I see these reviews, I think I cannot believe it because it's my name on this paper saying I'm singing good. That's amazing. But yeah, I want to thank them all. I'm really grateful that we managed to do these albums and we can play and I wish we could do more, but yeah, it takes time. So maybe in a couple of years, let's say.
Or less?
Let's I hope. But yeah, thanks for everything, for listening to it and reviewing and share. And we receive so much love. We don't even sometimes realize how much, because maybe even the like on the Facebook post, on Instagram, or when someone shares our music in the story, it's nice. It's a nice feeling.
It's your
I think
baby.
it's like, oh, that's me. That's me singing on it. Exactly. But
Thank you so
yeah,
much for being here.
thank you for your time.
And
Thanks a lot.
we will post this interview, I think,
Hmm.
tonight, by tonight.
Oh, perfect. Super fast.
Perfect.
It's okay. Take your time.
and and we write a report too.
Okay.
As I told you,
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Thank you.
I'm nervous while you're talking in English. So.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you need something, just text me. I reply. If you need some images or stuff, don't worry. Just text me. Or if
Perfect.
you didn't get something, I can respond very quickly. Okay?
Perfect. Thank you so much.
So, have a great day.